Oh, really?
It's nice.
Thanks.
You didn't really need to text her.
Hey, miss, what's up?
Just leave me alone. You'd let me come and go.
Yes,
with
I
you.
will.
Subjation and your daughter.
It was a what?
I don't think so. No,
Oh.
no one can.
Mr. Bowser,
Am I ever going to do
my
it?
humble apologies that I replied to everybody this morning. As soon as I did it, I caught it.
Saw it, but
I'm sorry.
she's too nice to persecute, so I didn't.
It is out of control, Mr. Bowser.
But you yell at me.
I
You're
can't come
skipping
here.
out on me. I know.
I have to go to a Keystone meeting.
Fine.
No, it's not fun.
Fine.
Right, and that's my thing.
Fine. Good luck. Should I say a prayer for you?
T.Ebert@upperadams.org.
Because I would like it to finish it. Because I want to be shower.
So was it your way or was it your time?
It's nice. So, we'll see. And I'm also planning to It was far.
That's the other thing, when you said that, I thought you meant. Is the teacher ready?
I feel like we're missing a lot of things. So that's a big I've read.
Oh, do you know
Even
that?
during my
Do you know from school?
I mean, but did she use I know, but I don't. That would be a lot.
They'll have to come to you.
Well, and my parents, especially my dad.
They're sponsors to the Ranger.
Right, for sure. Well, my dad's like, I just don't think I can. Yeah, I can see you
Just
go
wants
that
to take
far. And I know.
He wants to do his laundry.
I want to be able to get home with my not have to 24.
It's okay, it's just cute.
I don't know how that works.
I think maybe it's like right now.
They stopped that old fund. They stopped it. It's like, hey, we got a really good, you know what else we have to discuss?
What do you have?
Now, my dad will not.
I'll show you the part of
We'll text a little bit, but we're not really talking about it. But when I come
Did they not know
home,
that?
like I go home 2 weekends ago, and it was hard. Like,
Oh,
and
okay.
Dr. and I are always.
Yeah, I got
So it's like,
That's my page, it's on the machine. But I'm gonna sit in the director's chair, just girl. There you go.
Yeah.
Anything.
See your face.
That's
Keep
funny.
me updated.
Let's do something.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let it go.
All right, so we're going to take a little deeper look today into Google Docs. Some of the things we're going to do is we're going to define some terms. We're going to look at a way to do some researching and how to get Google to help you cite some pages. So if you would please open up a new Google Doc. So go to your Drive, create new doc. Go to Drive, create. No, it's okay. New doc. And last time we were together, we had talked about how to color the background of your page. Anybody remember how to do that? If you go to File, and under File, where might you go? Page Setup. So File, Page Setup. When you click on that, I want you to change the background of your page to light blue. Just makes it a little more interesting than looking at just plain old white.
Is that too far? That's about right.
No, it's okay. If you go really dark, Lisa, you can always change your text to white, but then you confuse people.
Yeah.
All right, and so what I want to do is I want to get you to just start as if we're making like a program or something. So just where we are, we're going to type in program items. I've got the whole thing right here. You're gonna recreate this. So program items to be completed. I will make this bigger, hang on. It's at 12, 14 maybe? Is that big enough? Program items to be completed with a colon, then you can hit the enter key. And to start a bullet list for the second line, if yours does not show your bullet list here, it's underneath the more, and you're just going to turn on a bullet. So program items to be completed, colon, hit the enter key, make a bullet. So it's brief history of sports. After sports, hit the enter key and then tab in so that you're on the next level in.
Oh, even with the dot there? Wait a second. Oh, there you go. Ah, nice.
Now definition, colon, and then you can hit the enter key, and then articles to be reviewed by the history of about the history of sports. What's the matter? Yeah. Shift tab does not work the same in Google Docs as it does in Word. It's annoying.
Stop. I
No,
need to give it back to the black.
Okay. Underneath the more, or just to the left or to the right of the bullets, these are your promote and demotes. So the first one will take you back towards the left margin. Mhm.
Nice.
What's that one? So, next button. There's a photo slideshow, various ancient and just more winners. Okay, so we've got our basic document started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is up here we need to come up with a definition of sports. So we're going to double click on sports, because that's what we're defining. And if you go up to, I just got dizzy, sorry. Tools, there we go. And research, no, we'll do define, sorry. So you've double clicked on sports, go up to tools, click on define, and it will open up over on the left-hand side a definition for us. And so we're just going to highlight the first definition. And for right now, I'm not going to worry about the citing. So when I click and drag across it, I can then click and drag it over here and put it behind definition. So you can come up with, whatever terms if the kids need to look them up or researching on something that way.
Did you say click and drag?
Yep.
Mine's not dragging.
So all I did was click and drag across this. I let go of my mouse.
Okay.
And then I clicked again and drug it over. And it puts it in. All right. I'm going to close my research bar over on the right. Just clicking on the X, the close button. Okay, so we've got the definition. Now we need to talk about some articles. So let's say we've gone out, we've looked at some articles, we've found some good ones. So I'm going to hit my insertion point right behind there. So if you clicked on the end of the line, I'm going to hit the enter key, and then I'm going to tab in so that I'm underneath, and I'm going to put some articles in here. So I'm going to go back to tools, and I'm going to do some research. And here is some stuff that we could research, except right now we're kind of doing some definitions still, sort of. I want to, what do I want to do? I'll click in sports, there we go. So I want to search by scholar, because I want this to kind of be a higher level kind of a research. So I just clicked in where it said sports, and I click on scholar, and it comes up with some articles from scholarly kind of places. So if I want to, right here, list this first article, I can just click on, when I mouse on top of this, it comes up with two buttons. One is cite as footnote and one is insert. So I'm just going to click on insert, and it puts it in. Oops, sorry, I forgot a step. Just below where it says sports is a little arrow. If you click on that, I've got it set up for MLA. So if you were on something else, you can always highlight it, delete it, change this to MLA, and then it'll go in an MLA format. Now this is from the web. If I scroll down, here's a PDF. So I could, with my insertion point right here, I can hit the enter key. And if Haskell William L is my PDF, I can insert that, and it will put it in MLA format for a PDF. Just kind of cool if you know some articles that you found. All right.
We allowed to ask a question?
You can. Mm-hmm.
One question is, what if our kids have a different article? Can we get it over there so it pops it in just the way it's supposed to be? In other words, can we put an article that we want in there? Like, I don't want that for public health service.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say they found, can we go up in that research bar and kind of make the computer find that one again?
I have not gone that far yet.
You know what I'm saying? That would be nice. If
Yes,
we
it would. I will look into
I'll
that.
test that while you're chit-chatting.
Okay. Under this, we do have MLA APA in Chicago. Lisa, you got a question?
I just want, why does mine look white?
Because it is.
Okay, I'm
Because it is watch.
it is. I'm just wondering what I did.
And lots of times, see, what do we do?
Ah. Huh.
Okay, so you can choose your different citation format from here. And you can choose your different things that you want to search on here. Now, I was playing with the images earlier today, and while I can search on images, it doesn't actually cite them. It takes me to, if I click on this, it takes me to the source. It doesn't actually cite it. So I'm still trying to work out some of the bugs on that. All right, I'm going to close this for now. So we've put in some articles that maybe that we have found on the history of sports, or that we've, through this research, we have found on the history of sports. So now maybe I want to put some footnotes in. So at the very top, program items to be completed. I'm going to click my insertion point up there right behind the colon. And to put in a footnote, it's just simply insert a footnote, not a footer, but a footnote. And when you click on footnote, it puts a number 1 in there. And down at the bottom, it puts a little 1 underneath the little footnote dividing line. And so we can type in, I don't know, deadline in 2 weeks. So I'm kind of making notes. This is a collaborative, maybe, document that I'm working on with some people. And I'm just starting it off. All right, then maybe after teams, photo slideshow of various teams, I'm going to insert another footnote, and it will obviously go to number 2. And so I could then type in I don't know, must be completed by Tuesday. When you start on a new page, when it goes onto the new page, it will automatically start with number 1 again. Did you find the answer to your question?
Yes, instead of picking Scholar, if we had picked everything up there.
All right,
It picked up many
so,
of the same pages that the students just had done a little bit of a project on. Yeah,
so if I go here and Tools Research,
correct.
and instead of Scholar, or just everything,
It'll be probably more what the kids would be, it takes you right to like a Google search. If you click on one of them, it'll open it up in Google.
so I can either preview it, I can insert the link, or I could cite it right here. Gay sports leagues, gain ground, I don't know. So I can either preview my article, I can insert the link. So maybe I want to insert my link. And if I want to just cite it instead, there the cite goes down in my footnotes as number 3.
And if they click right on the link, they'll see, then it opens the web page and they can see if that is a really good page to go to. Up at the top, click right on the link. Gay
Well, I
sports.
should be able to preview too, shouldn't I?
Mine didn't do it when I did it, but maybe I wasn't on pictures.
Oh, there's my preview of it.
Yeah.
So it's not actually opening it.
It's not a nice,
But if I click on here,
yeah, right on there, on the link, yeah, and then they could read to see if they like that.
say that again.
It's in the rule number 2, like a footnote, when I say cite an article.
Right, because it's not going to cite it in the middle of your document necessarily.
I have it in bullet.
You have what?
I have it as a bullet. You mean it's citing it down the bottom?
Yeah, what I was doing up here was I was just inserting it up here. Because we're not in Scholar, that's probably why it's footnoting it instead of putting it in. Okay, so it's looking like if you're just doing a regular search, it will cite it, put the number in the document, and then do the citation down at the bottom.
How'd you guys put the number in the middle?
Because I'm not in Scholar, if I come over here and I just hit cite, it's just going to put the number in there, and then the number will correspond to the citation for that site.
What if we could go up and take a little 2 out and we could make it out, let's see what. Oh, no, but remove it from below.
So I could put so depending upon what you have your students doing, that could help them a little bit. All right, I need a little feedback from you guys, little ideas. So if you would go to your drive, and I'm not looking for a rating or anything like that, but if you would go to your drive and you should, under your shared with me, you should have a BHS General. Do you have BHS General? Oh, okay.
Behind yours drive.
Share it with me.
You just fucking. I thought I'd share this with everybody. Share it, right?
And I just did recent.
All right.
I had VHS faculty information.
I'm getting really hot. I'll just share the document right with you. Maybe. Okay, if you look under that again.
VHS General added.
Okay, so under VHS General, in there you should see Google Desired Training. And when you click on it, it should be a form. And I'm just looking for some topics that maybe you guys would like to learn something about instead of me deciding what do you want to learn about. Under Shared with Me, you should have a VHS General. And then in that is the Google Desired Training.
Oh.
It is or it isn't?
No, I thought it was looking for more. One of
Well, you can put one in
I
the
keep
box.
writing lots of things.
That's fine, however you want to do it. I'm actually using forms now as rubrics for students, and then you can email the students their feedback from the rubric. So you set it up like you would normal rubric, and you go in and put the student's name in, so you're actually filling it out.
And then you get it.
And then and then you can do like through, you can email it to them.
Individual. But take much time. But I'm still liking my. Is it?
No, you set it up once for assignment,
Yeah.
and when you put it, because the kids all have basically Jackie.m@rhymes.org, so that when you're done, when I would put in my answers that I'm looking for, and then when I'm done with everything, I just go through Fluidly and have it graded, and then email
Oh, that's
just like the test. So that you would have a comment section, you don't make a specific comment to the student. So that was it, kind of short and sweet. This is
Thank you.
researching and citing and.
Each one is best.
It is.
It's best.
We just tried it over in spreadsheet because we had the kids collaborating in spreadsheet and that research guide was not.
It's not, it's just in docs.
Well,
Just like X
I
out.
don't know adjust, but I know it's only.
And the stream is not in PowerPoint. I think I do remember it just being available in docs for now.
Selfies instead.
Lisa, are you okay?
I'm good, yeah,
Okay.
I'm just going around.
Thank
Hard
you.
to say. I just don't do enough of it to even ask the question.
Well, if you think you need some basics on just Word itself,
So Betsy teaches me some stuff. Isn't that cute?
Is she home?
No, when she comes home.
are they all dressed like bears now?
All the Bears players try to keep doing the washing clothes.
Feel like
Wash their fur coats?
you're so cute. Did you see the whole thing?
No.
So cute.
There's a lot, my problem is that some people are getting confused because it's more than what they're ready for.
Right.
So that's why I was like, well, maybe if I get some feedback, instead of me jumping ahead and then they're getting frustrated and I don't want to, I'm done learning about it.